finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory.
Bruce Lee, originator and ultimate master of Jeet Kune Do, hero and fighting guru to countless people the world over. First ever Hollywood star to be offered $1 million to make a picture. His legacy continues to be counted here, within the pages of Kung Fu Monthly. On May 19, 1979, in association with the Bruce Lee Society, KFM sponsored Britain's first Bruce Lee convention. Highlight of that enormously successful day was a fine tribute paid by great friend of movie star James Coburn. It's a recording of rare emotion and honesty, and therefore we're doubly proud to be making these unique words available to Bruce's ever-faithful fans via this, our 50th edition. Ladies and gentlemen, James Coburn.
I'm sure that Bruce, if he were at the convention, would be smiling, would be happy, and be filled with all the contrasting emotions that he was so prone to have. His life force was so dynamic that he couldn't help but give. In fact, that's probably what killed him. He gave it all away. He imploded on himself. It was the only way he could possibly reach the kind of perfection that he was after. He indeed completed himself with his own death. The circle was rejoined. I miss him a lot. And I carry some of him around with me all the time, in my heart, in my mind, and certainly in everything I do. His life was dedicated to his art. Indeed, he was the consummate artist. He created himself, an ordinary man who became extraordinary because of his own tenacity and extraordinary courage. He reached the high point of his art just before he died. He was probably the most perfect physical specimen I'd ever seen, in function as well as beauty. He was fast, so fast. Whew. He loved to laugh. We used to laugh a lot. The last time I saw him, he laughed very little, though. He was under a great deal of pressure when he was making the films. Everybody was after him. The world was on his shoulders. He bore the responsibility with a little dread, I'm afraid. He wanted to explore further in the mysteries of the martial arts and the people who were trying to exploit his prowess for films, indeed for money. He was rich when he died, richer by far as a human being than monetarily. He gave me more than I ever had an opportunity to repay. And looking at his picture here now, is behind that fierce, directed gaze was that calm pool of contemplation that we used to share a lot with in Los Angeles and London, Hong Kong, wherever we happened to be together. He's still with us. We have his films, we have his books, we have his memory. And as long as there are people around who are interested in his art, he'll always be with us. So maybe we can have moments of meditation in memory and in honor of the consummate artist, great human being, and a great friend, Bruce Lee.